Hello, welcome to my session. The today's session is about XML. The full form of XML is Extensible Markup Language. It is a markup language which has the ability to create the languages such as HTML. Extensible Markup Language is a markup language much like HTML. Both XML and HTML are based on SGML, that is Standard Generalized Markup Language. Standard Generalized Markup Language focuses on the content structure. This language is good for creating the catalogs, manuals, etc. But it is very complex language and its specifications are not freely available. XML grew up of an effort to re-engineer SGML for the web. Here are the XML standards. The XML standards are as follows: XML namespace, XML schema, XPath, XLink, XQuery, RSS, RFD, and semantic web. Now let us see the difference between the HTML and XML. HTML versus XML. XML is not a replacement of HTML. XML is designed to describe the data and to focus on what the data is, whereas HTML was designed to display the data and to focus on how the data looks. Finally, HTML is about to display the information, whereas XML is about to describe the information. XML is an extensible markup language which has its own tags, whereas XML is a language which has some predefined tags such as HTML, body, H1, I, B, U, etc. So if we see the coding one after the other, so let us see the programming of HTML. So if you see this is an example for HTML code. So this is how we define according to the structure and according to the tags which are predefined. So in this, I'm using the different types of tags in this HTML code. HTML, head, title, H1, H2, H3, H4 are the predefined tags. So with this, of course, it is not any error program. It executes according to the program which I have given. So if I go for the XML code, this is how the XML codes look like. As it is an extensible language which doesn't have any predefined tag, but whichever the tag has opened should be closed, it is a mandatory. So in this example, whatever the tags I have used here, book, title, author, year, publisher, every tag has open tag, and similarly the open tag is closed. So this is how the XML code looks like. So let us see the syntax of XML document. So before going to the syntax of XML document, let us have a view of an XML example. So if you see the first line of an XML program, it specifies the XML statement as being a first line with a version 1.0. So it is mandatory. And here, note, to, from, heading, body are not the predefined tags which can be used according to the user's wish. So whatever the tag I have opened here have closed according to the syntax. So this is the best example I can explain with you with the syntax. So if you note down the previous example, if you examine the first line, XML version is equals to 1.0, it is mandatory and it should be the first line of the document, and this is called as an XML declaration. So here the version is 1.0. So if you see in the previous slide, note, to, from, heading, body are called the tags which I have opened and closed in this XML program, whereas note is working like, or note is a tag used as a root element. So here in the previous example, root element is note. So in the previous example, let us see the child elements. So if you see this example, to, from, heading, body are the child elements which I have used here, which the elements are open simultaneously, those elements are closed. So in this example, the root element is note and the child elements are to, from, heading and body. So all the elements must have a closing tag. So whatever the element I have opened must have a open tag. That is mandatory. And the next important point for this is XML tags are case sensitive. XML tags are case sensitive. Let us explain this with an example. If you see the first line of an example, the spelling of a message, MESSAGE, and the closing tag of message, MESSAGE. Everything is in a lowercase, but there is no error, so this is a correct statement. If you go for the second line, message, M is a capital letter in the opening tag, whereas M is small in the closing tag. So, which is not a case sensitive, so this statement is incorrect. So, whatever the program I do in an XML should be properly nested. So, if you see the syntax here, so I can explain you how they are properly nested. So, first a root should be declared. Under the root, child should be declared. Under the child, subchild should be declared. So see how they are nested together. Subchild, opening tag of subchild and closing tag of subchild. Opening tag of child, closing tag of child. Opening tag of root and the closing tag of root. So with this, we can have a clear idea how to write the XML code and to execute it without error. Thank you. Thanks for watching.